viewers, welcome to another game as Casual Pro Gamer. Today we're doing a game between WE and IG. And yeah, this is from IEM, I believe. I'm not going to put that in the title because it will get flagged for, yeah, random crap. It doesn't matter. It will get flagged for copyright issues, so I'm just going to call it High ELO match, something, tournament match, I don't know. We'll see. I'll make up something. You will have seen it well before I did. By now, that is. Yeah, the ball, of course, spotting that the team is coming in, but they're still going to go for it. The ward goes down, and that makes that, well, this team, they know they're here, but they don't know where they're going. So, yeah, the red team might actually decide to go for the enemy blue buff, which is, well, where the blue team is going right now, I believe. And the blue team does ward up that little bush. Yeah, protecting mid lane as well as spotting where the red team is going. And the red team is just going to go for their red buff, it seems. Which is fine. I mean, Lee Sin normally starts off with that anyway. So I guess they just wanted to defend that, that blue buff there. And then be fine afterwards. So just make sure that Lee Sin can actually pick that up. But it seems that we are going to just get a normal match after that first invade, because, well, even with the invade that that was done, nothing really happened. So the red buff is going to be taken by both of the junglers. Nunu also going for that blue buff. And yeah, Nunu has either gotten a different picture or this is just a different server. But I'm thinking he got a different picture. Not really sure if I like it. I like the old one, man. I like the old one very much. So the red team is indeed going to invade this blue because they think that the blue team stole their blue. And therefore the blue team might actually get behind here, even though they were the one in making the invade. They were the one being aggressive. And they may actually be behind right now because, yeah, as you can see, the red buff gets taken by Nunu, but is he going to go for the enemy blue buff? Well, at the very least, it is more dangerous for him. And at the worst, he actually doesn't go for that, but he is going to go for that. So, yeah, of course, he will have a little bit of trouble because he's all on his own. And Lee Sin, of course, got help from two of his teammates, and that makes it a lot easier for him. So, yeah, we are going to pick up this. No problem, and as you can see, taking out the entire camp. So many of the, well, new players and players that think they are so pro, they take out only the big dude in an enemy camp. But that is not how you do that. You do that with the small camps if you have a situation like you just had. So like the Nunu there, he went for the wolves, but of course only consumes the big wolf. He's not going to bother with the rest. And yeah, here the same, Lee Sin should keep one of the small ones alive, because the small ones, they're not a high price, but you want to have the timer on that blue buff. It is so important to have that, because you want to steal it the second time as well. So if you don't destroy that last minion, it can be, well, at any point in time when the enemy finally decides to go for that and kill that. But, well, if you just kill it yourself, you will have perfect vision over when that actually happens. And of course, both of the junglers now with both, well, both buffs. It is, however, the red team who came out ahead in that. I have to feel the first blood, however, goes to the blue team here. Very aggressive moves. And of course, that is why you pick Thresh. He is such a good support. You can really just do whatever the hell you want with him. Because, well, he can be aggressive, he can be defensive, he can be virtually anything. And if this lags a little bit, I am sorry, this is a stream. I'm trying to do a high level game, and of course with the, well, with the fact that there is no replay system, from Riot that is, we still don't get high level replay, so I can't just pick up a replay from one of the high level players like I can in Dota or Smite and just cast that. No, I have to be happy with whatever is available which is currently streams only, and we are going to get an easy kill on the support. Of course, that is what happens with the Nunu jungle. Nunu needs to be aggressive, and is Vayne going to pick up this kill? No, actually doesn't get the kill, and might actually get this kill though. Well, yeah, they are going to grab that kill. Very nicely done. It actually goes to Vayne, even though that could have easily gone to Thresh, because I actually thought he would get it there, but it was more important to get it than to get it on the Vayne. But yeah, they both have 1 kill now. Cannon already has 2 kills. Killed the hang on, who did he kill? Oh, he killed the Sona, as well as apparently the mid laner, who is in. Oh, who was in top lane at that point, I guess. Yeah, this guy. Oh, come on, I forgot your name. Orianna. Of course, Orianna. Orianna is a very good champion. I like her a lot because she's not super unique, but she's kind of unique. She does some things that other people don't, other champions don't. And yeah, that of course makes her unique. Not the fact that she has the ball, because the ball makes, well, the animation unique, but it really doesn't matter. If you have a slow that is, well, targetable, like with the ball, then, or damage that is targetable with the ball, then it's still the same as when the ball is not there. So basically it's yeah, it's kind of the same as skill shot damage, AoE skill shot damage would be, but there are no real AoE skill shot damage dealers that damage, well, a circle on the ground. Line, of course, that's what we normally see, so a line AoE is available plenty. And of course AoE that surrounds a target, that's also available in plenty of champions. We are going to take out a turret, really easy bottom lane here. The red team really not defending that at all, and they cannot make a fist in that top lane. Top lane has been in the advantage of Cannon the entire time, even though they switched lanes quite early actually. So yeah, Sona and Ezreal not really getting anything done against the Cannon. Cannon is, as I said, 2-0 with 51 minions, and that is more than Ezreal has. So that is quite amazing. And that is going to determine the game, I have to feel. I'm only going to do 1 game, by the way. This is a best of 3. But I'm only going to do 1 game. And yeah, maybe I'll do another one next week, depending on whether I can find it. But I'm only going to do 1 of these full games from the pros or games from viewers once a week now. Because people just don't watch them. And I still would like to do them every now and then. Wow. The aggression, man. 3-man gank on poor poor little Cannon. Oh. But anyway, yeah, I still want to do them because I think it's still worth it to do them. It's just that yeah, if people don't watch them, then I would rather spend my time elsewhere and just watch the game if I want to and when I want to. So yeah, Nunu going to clean up the minions in bottom lane, which is way faster with your ultimate than with your skills, of course, and with your basic attack. So especially if they're taking tower hits, you might want to consider using your ultimate on that. And yeah, it's not a real waste because you can get a free ultimate if you have 7 hits, so 7 basic attacks, and your ultimate will come up pretty quickly anyway. I mean, it's not a really long cooldown. As you can see, it's now already done for like 1/3. Yeah, so it's not really a big deal if you use it like that. Of course, in the late game, you definitely don't want to do it like that, but your ultimate is probably not going to hit anyway, unless you are very sneaky with it. But in the early game, it's yeah, it's hard to be sneaky like that because nobody is really roaming around and accidentally running into your ultimate. So as you can see, they're just pressuring the top lane now. The bottom lane is done. So Cannon is now in bottom lane against the same guys that he was up earlier, because they know that he can take that. They know he has no problem with that matchup. And as you can see, top lane is now going to go down. So really easy laning there, and that is surprising. What are we doing? Okay, yeah, I don't know if that showed up for you guys, but my monitor apparently went on standby, which is excellent. That was not intended, obviously, but yeah, well, that is the way it goes if you are a noob lord like I am, apparently. So yeah, we are going to get 2 kills out of this, and if Jarvan stays there, it's going to be a 3rd kill. 2 kills made pretty easily. And the 3rd kill may actually happen. Oh, so close. There you go. With the flash, Rice picks it up. Very nicely done. Nice aggression coming out from the We Gigabyte team. Just insane aggression. Just making sure that they can get things done with, well, the lanes they want to, because, well, they're still losing the bottom lane now. I mean, by this time, Ezreal will have enough power to actually defeat the Cannon. Cannon cannot really make it work anymore, but he is still picking up minions. He's 20 minions behind on Ezreal, but yeah, he's still doing his job, holding off the push for as long as possible. But while they did that, they picked up 2 turrets in the top lane. So, well, no, they picked up 1 turret in the top lane, I guess. And a bunch of kills. So it's 7-2 for the Wii team, and IG really not, really not in the same league at this moment. They really need to step up their game, because otherwise they're just going to lose this. Because, well, the farm is of course taking it's out of control here. I mean, being 3k gold behind when you're at 15k, that is not a good thing to have. And we are going to go in here. Oh, the Nunu ultimate, but it did hit. It hit the Sona. I thought she would be out of the range, and so did she, but very nicely done. And we are going to go back to the mid lane. Mid lane, of course, still just, yeah, chillaxing here. The mid lane has been left alone for the longest time, but now we are going to just kill the turret, because with 4 versus 0 basically, well, there were people there to defend, but they were too afraid to do anything. So with a basic 4 versus 0, it is pretty easy to pick up that tower. So we are going to go after the Jarvan, but Jarvan is a little bit too tanky already. Of course, only because of the levels. He has 1 ruby crystal and that's it. So can't really say that it's because of the items. And we are going to pick up another camp there. So the red team at least keeps jungling. That is good. And we are picking up some dragons. I don't know who took the dragon. I'm assuming the red team. Did we see the dragon? I'm going to say no. But I don't know. I might have just forgotten about it. So yeah, everyone recalling to their own base. Not a whole lot happening at the moment. Just picking up some buffs, picking up some jungle, and of course holding off the lanes whenever they can. Nunu now discovering that the dragon is indeed gone. Yeah, I'm assuming that they didn't take it, because otherwise why would you put a pink ward there? And the red team is now going to counter the pink ward. And we are going to have to see how that works out for her. Hello. And we are going to go aggressive on that. The nice ward there. That was a very nice ward that was placed, and that actually gives a lot of vision around the corner, as well as just towards the blue buff. And that is just excellent. So the blue buff goes to the blue team, where it belongs, of course. Blue teams are supposed to get blue buffs. And are we going to... Oh my god, Nunu's ultimate actually hitting there. And a very, very low Lee Sin gets out of there. And he is going to recall safely, I'm assuming. But he is running through wards. So yeah, they're not going to catch up with him though. And everyone stays alive. After that, yeah, it's all in all a 2-for-2 trade. And Dragon is finally back up. I don't know if we... Yeah, it seems that blue team knew when the dragon was coming up, but so did the red team. So that really doesn't give us the information that we need. And we are going to pick off this ward because, yeah, it's for free. So why not get the extra 25 gold or so? Yeah, the problem is, of course, that Sona is just going to plot down a new ward because with the soul stones... Oh, she doesn't have one left yet. Side stones, sorry. With the side stones, it is free to place wards, so yeah, why not, right? It doesn't matter that one gets picked off. Thing is, of course, with the if you don't go for the side stone immediately, so if you wait for it until after your what's it called, the philosopher's stone, then you basically lose out on some of the gold that you could have gained from the soul stone. And well, depending on how you use your wards, you can actually get an advantage out of that. So you can actually place 4 wards before going back to get your Philosopher's Stone, and thus you get an extra 300 gold out of that. So yeah, that is that. But on the other hand, you can also buy 2 wards and spend only 150 gold, and you will gain back that 150 gold eventually from purchasing your other items sooner. But I guess the souls getting the side stone earlier would normally result in a bigger price, so in a better economy basically. Not that that matters too much, even for supports, because it's more about whether or not you're overextending than anything else. The rest really doesn't matter too much. Yeah, whether you have that 75 or 100 extra gold or not, yeah, who cares, right? So yeah, they attempted to go for the gank there on Jarvan, not managing to do so because Jarvan actually managed to get his QE combo off, or EQ combo I should say. If you QE, then it's probably not going to go very well. Yeah, we are grouped up here with the entire blue team, and look at the amount of wards that are all around the map. And this is how you recognize the higher level play, and especially the tournament play. There are wards everywhere. So yeah, of course Lee Sin was probably picked because of the ability to carry that extra side stone. Why do I keep saying soul stone? It's I guess it's a very common word to use for me. So another ward gets taken out, and yeah, the oracle's really paying off here for the blue team. And of course, as long as they can keep Nunu alive, that will keep just farming up wards and wards and wards. Yeah, they did see that that was placed down. At least they could have seen that was placed down. And they do keep placing the pink wards as well, even though they do have an oracle up. So that is not really necessary. Sona now has her side stone as well, and with a side stone bot, it is actually a really, really difficult thing to have 4 wards in the jungle at all times, and the ability to place 4 more when they get destroyed. Yeah, that is going to be very sucky. And of course, with that much vision, it becomes very hard to break that. So the red team going for some pink wards here, making sure that, one pink ward, making sure that that bush where the ward has been picked off like 3 times already, that bush is theirs now. And well, they are going to slowly move forward, with the entire team of course, towards the Baron. They want to deny vision, both teams want to deny the vision around Baron, and if they can manage to do so, if they can actually manage to break the vision around Baron, then they may actually be able to sneak that in. Although it is not very likely that they will actually succeed in taking a Baron. Wow, that was a lot of oh my god, Lightning Rush. Just so strong for Cannon. He can almost pick off the entire minion wave with just that, and then the follow-up, I forgot what it's called, but the follow-up Mark of the Storm thingy. Oh, that was such a huge amount of minions that he got there. And that is excellent for him because he was a little bit behind in minions on, well, the important ones. And he is, of course, a carry. So he needs to make sure, oh my god, again. He needs to make sure that my monitor went black again. So I don't know if you guys can see this because it's supposed to record the graphics card. So I'm assuming you don't see this, but well, you never know. I mean, they can say one thing and then do another. Almost getting the death sentence there on Sona, but not entirely, and not entirely means that she is still going to be very healthy. So yeah, because even if you almost hit, you still miss completely and you still do 0 damage. So yeah, that is the way it is. We are of course going to be in a little bit of trouble as the red team, because the blue team is 6 kills ahead, and with the same amount of turrets down, they they have a big gold lead, 4.5k gold, and even though that's not as much anymore as the 3k was at 15k, it is still a pretty decent chunk. And yeah, they're kind of keeping the percentage alive, which is excellent, which is better than what we normally see. Normally we see people grabbing an early gold lead, let's say 2000 gold or so, and then they keep the 2000 gold lead but don't really get anything more out of that. And that of course is not what you want. What you want to have out of that is, well, just a huge gold lead in the end, because the percentage has to stay the same, and that of course is a lot more difficult to do, because early game fights, yeah, you can win those. Well, you have a reasonable chance of winning those if you have the right team comp, and if you win those, yeah, you normally get a reasonable lead. It's just that if the enemy team just doesn't lose any more gold in the rest of the game, then they can actually come back percentage wise, of course, and they will still have like a 2k gold deficit in the late game. But well, as you may imagine, once you get to 60k gold or so, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter at all, in fact. Well, Sona picking up a ward. She does have the oracles now, and the oracles of course gone now on Nunu. Nunu who has been playing a very good game. He has been very annoying as a jungler, and now as a support in the later game. He has been very aggressive, well, towards those wards, towards the enemy positions. Not really afraid of damage. Of course, he doesn't have to be afraid of damage. He has that consume for that. And once again, Baron gets cleaned out. And once again, they're not going to be able to do it, because Baron is just, yeah, still a little bit too hard to do, and they are going to clean out these wards though. So the ward vision is gone, and what are we going to now accomplish with that? Probably still nothing, because that is the way it goes for now, it seems. Yeah, why does Asriel, by the way, have that item? I thought that was only for melee champions, but okay. The frozen gauntlet or something like that. Ice gauntlets. Iceborne gauntlets. I'm going to go for Iceborne gauntlets. That seems about League of Legends style of naming. Yeah, no, well, I thought that was for melee champions only, but I may be wrong about that. So yeah, we are going to kind of run around the Baron once more. It seems that the red team does want to go for Baron right now, and so Thresh may actually be in some trouble. Oh wow, that was a waste of a pink ward. Using a pink ward on a bush with already a ward in it, and then having an oracles to back it up, yeah, that is really not necessary. Of course, that's 125 gold you're not going to get back. And yeah, I was talking earlier about yeah, the Sightstone versus Philosopher's Stone, where you get maybe a lead of 150 gold. If you do it the other way around and you put down all of your wards. Yeah, so you're not going to get a huge lead out of that, and if you then waste 125 gold on something like this, yeah, that lead would have been gone anyway. So as you can see, both teams just planting down the free wards, because yeah, you have well, 4 or 5 free wards to use, and you might as well use them. But yeah, the enemy team is going to pick up some of that gold from that, because every ward you destroy, you get 25 gold. So yeah, there's that. And as you can see, they are going to give 2 more wards to the red team. And currently we're all just grouping around that Baron. There's really nothing to see. Top lane is getting a huge minion wave there for the red team, but the blue team, in this case Vayne, is going to pick that up no problem. So yeah, this is not turning out to be a very exciting game. I know everyone is fighting around Baron, but it is kind of annoying, to be honest. I mean, why are we fighting only for Baron in this game? Well, there's an easy answer to that. Baron is the only thing that's really worth it in the end game. So if you lose Baron, then you're screwed. If you get Baron, you basically win. And in the meantime, you just pick up minion waves just to keep yourself busy. And you jungle a little bit, but there's not a whole lot of tactic behind it. It is just making sure that the enemy team doesn't get Baron. And if you get a kill out of something, which hasn't happened in like what, 15 minutes? I think it's been like 15 minutes since the last kill, something like that. But yeah, if you don't get a kill, then you're not going to be able to get Baron, because that is the way it goes. You have to get a kill first, because otherwise it's just too risky. So the flash from Sona was expanded there, and yeah, with that going down, they may actually be able to go aggressive, and they are going aggressive, but the red team comes out ahead here for the early part of this fight, not for the later parts though. Oh, the cannon picking up that kill with some kind of damage over time effect. But yeah, he didn't have red buff, so that was surprising to me that Ezreal actually went down. It is a 2-for-1 trade. It's just a Thresh dying on the blue team. But the red team came out so far ahead in that early part of the fight, and then they split up and completely lost focus of, well, who was important and who was not. So they killed the Thresh, which is of course an easy target. It's not an important target, but it's an easy target. So might as well try it. We are going to get a dragon here with Vayne. And yeah, we are going to run out of this. So who got the blue buff? Yeah, I'm thinking someone on the blue team, because Jarvan doesn't seem to have it. Neither does Sona. So yeah, I'm going to say it's one of the blue teamers. Yeah, there you go. Rice has a blue buff. He might have stolen that. Anyhow, we are going to once again try to deny the vision around Baron, and it is now 12-5. So another 2-for-1 trade there, putting the red team even further behind. And as you can see, 8k gold the lead now. And even though it has not been an exciting game, I have to say the blue team is playing this very, very well. They are very patient, even though they are ahead, but they're not really getting anything out of their advantage. And once again, a ward is going to be placed in the back of the Baron pit, and once again we are going to have to clean that up. That is the annoying thing about the soul stones, sight stones, of course. Because with the ability to place 5 wards, you're going to be able to ward the same place 5 times in a row once your ward gets taken out every time. So, and with one ward already being there, you have to destroy 6 wards before you can deny vision. And then people can just recall and do it all over again. And of course, if you have 2 sets of those, or 2 of those soul stones, then side stones. Man, what is it with soul stone? Anyway, if you have 2 of those side stones, then you get 10 wards. You get to ward the same place 10 times in a row, and well, once one of them runs out of wards, you can just recall and the other can take over. It is no problem, and you can see how many wards are placed every time, how many wards are taken down, and this game seems to revolve more around the fact that they're trying to deny each other the vision, and they're trying to get vision going than anything else. I mean, nothing has happened. This might actually be the future of Season 3, because with the side stones, as well as with the massive burst damage you have nowadays compared to Season 1. Season 1 was more about tactics. It was about getting stuns into follow-up stuns and then getting a single kill. And nowadays it is more about pentakills than ever before. And we are going to get the Nunu in the middle of everyone. His ultimate does not go off though. He is going to get some damage done, but yeah, it is not the main part of the damage. Of course, they still get a lot done, and holy crap, that was a huge burst of damage. Of course, that is what Orianna does. She does a huge burst of damage, and then goes back and retreats a little bit, and then comes back in and does that burst again. So Nunu is going to heal up on the Baron a little bit, and we are going to attempt to make this work. Orianna, yeah, she can throw in her ball, and oh, she's going to die to the nice reaction there, which was just a stun to the wall and then the flash into, well, kill for Rice. And we are going to grab the Baron. So finally something happening, but as I said, you need to get kills first. You need to get a lead in the game, because otherwise it is just too risky. We have a little bit of lag going on. Would be nice if that cleaned up right now, but it's not going to. Okay, there we go. So yeah, fortunately it wasn't in a team fight, because that would have sucked. But yeah, it is all good now. So finally we got some excitement, 1 team fight, and yeah, I think that's going to be the only team fight before the end of the game, because the end of the game is coming near. And yeah, this guy just overextended like a mofo. There was really no reason for him to overextend like that. Yeah, Thresh is picking up quite a few of those souls. That's actually pretty nice. And we want to see, of course, how many he has. He has 65 souls, and that is a pretty decent amount at 33 minutes in. So yeah, we are taking out the tower. We are going to take out this next tower as well if the red team doesn't actually get anything done. And it doesn't seem they get anything done, because, well, Orianna missed her ultimate on the main champions. And that means that this tower is just going to die instantly. Yeah, there's really nothing they can do. The Orianna missed the ultimate, and they immediately went in, because if you miss the Orianna ultimate, it is over. So the surrender comes in, 33 minutes in. As I said, we could have already seen this coming from like 10 minutes in. I don't know exactly when I called it, but it was something like 10 minutes in. When it was, I'm going to say 10 to 7, something like that. Or 10 to 4, sorry, and it was already at the point, yeah, 4 to 0. You could have already seen that that it was going very well. Yeah, I think it was somewhere around this point where I noticed that Cannon was holding his lane perfectly, and they couldn't really do anything about it. So that is, of course, a big deal. And then they could just never get into the game. It seems that that they never had the chance to actually do something. Here it's 7-2. They lost the top lane, but they did gain the bottom lane tower here. And this is basically when it was over. So yeah, you can still fight at that point, but there's like a 5% chance of winning for the red team at this point because they're just too far behind. And yeah, it is a snowball game. It's just, yeah, it's kind of disappointing when these kind of things happen. But hey, that's the way it goes sometimes. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. GG.